Most dentists think about marketing like a funnel. You dump money into ads or SEO at the very top, and you hope enough patients trickle out the bottom. The problem is funnels leak, patients fall out, they don't come back, and you end up constantly chasing the next lead. Sound familiar? Well, there's a better way to look at it, and it comes from one of my favorite marketing books of all time, Duct Marketing by Jantsch. Instead of a funnel, he talks about using a marketing hourglass. 7 stages that take a total stranger and turn them into not just a loyal patient, but a patient who brings you referrals on autopilot. You see, in dentistry, that's gold. Because let's be honest, you don't just want patients who show up once for a $49 cleaning special. You want long-term patients who trust you, keep coming back, and send their friends and family your way. That's what the hourglass is all about. So in this episode, we're going to break down each of the 7 stages. Know, like, trust, try, buy, repeat, and refer. And I'll show you how to apply them directly to your dental practice. Hey everyone, welcome back to the No BS Dental Growth Podcast. I'm your host, Chris Pistorius, and today we're going to dig into something that could completely change the way you think about marketing your practice. Most dentists think about marketing like a funnel. You dump money into ads or SEO at the very top, and you hope enough patients trickle out the bottom. The problem is funnels leak, patients fall out, they don't come back, and you end up constantly chasing the next lead. Sound familiar? Well, there's a better way to look at it, and it comes from one of my favorite marketing books of all time, Duct Marketing by Jantsch. Instead of a funnel, he talks about using a marketing hourglass. 7 stages that take a total stranger and turn them into not just a loyal patient, but a patient who brings you referrals on autopilot. You see, in dentistry, that's gold. Because let's be honest, you don't just want patients who show up once for a $49 cleaning special. You want long-term patients who trust you, keep coming back, and send their friends and family your way. That's what the hourglass is all about. So in this episode, we're going to break down each of the 7 stages. Know, like, trust, try, buy, repeat, and refer. And I'll show you how to apply them directly to your dental practice. By the end, you'll have a clear roadmap for plugging leaks in your marketing, keeping more patients long-term, and creating an engine that grows your practice without you constantly grinding for new leads. Let's get into it. All right, let's kick this off with the first stage of the dental marketing hourglass. Know, K-N-O-W. This is where someone first discovers your practice. If you don't get this stage right, the rest of your marketing doesn't matter because patients can't like you, trust you, or buy from you if they don't even know you exist, right? The biggest mistake most dentists make, they assume that because they've got a nice office and maybe a sign out front, people automatically know about them. Wrong. People are busy. They've got jobs, kids, Netflix, and about a million other things distracting them. They're not driving around scouting for dental practices. They're pulling out their phones. They're searching Google for dentists near me. And if you don't show up, you're invisible. And I mean, poof, you don't exist. So the number one place people look, Google Business Profile. If your listing doesn't have updated hours, services, and photos of your real team, you're basically telling potential patients, we don't really care if you find us. And reviews, I can't stress this enough, reviews are the first impression. If you've got 15 reviews and the guy across the town has 250, patients don't even give you a second thought. Google ads are another way. I know some practices hate the idea of paying Google, but think about it. Would you rather wait 6 to 12 months for SEO to work or show up tomorrow when someone's ready to book? Ads get you in the game immediately. And let's not forget offline visibility. I've seen practices crush it just by showing up at school events, sponsoring a 5K, or even just being the dentist who posts about their team doing community service. That builds awareness and trust at the same time. So once we worked with a practice in, I believe it was Birmingham, they thought they had an awareness problem. But when we dug in, their Google Business Profile was a ghost town. No photos, old phone number, 3 reviews from like 2018. We cleaned it up, added photos, got them 50 new reviews in 90 days, and their inbound calls jumped. Same dentist, same services. The only difference was now people knew they existed. So here's a practical checklist and action steps for this. Google yourself, type dentist near me, and see if you show up. If not, that's your first project. Number 2, update your Google Business profile with new photos, current hours, and categories. Number 3, get 10 new reviews in the next 30 days. Make it a team goal. Number 4, if you've got budget, launch a basic Google Ads campaign targeting dentists near me in your zip code. Even $500 a month is enough to test it at least. So that's stage 1, the no. Visibility isn't optional anymore. If people don't know who you are, you'll never get the chance to show them how great you are. Start with your online presence. Add some local visibility, and you'll start filling the top of that hourglass with people who are actually looking for a dentist just like you. All right, once people know you exist, the next stage is like. And here's the thing. Patients don't book appointments with people they don't like. It's personal. You're putting your hands in somebody's mouth. They've got to feel good about you as a person and about your practice as a whole before they ever make that first call. You know, there's too many practices that treat their marketing like a sterile brochure, a logo, a list of services, maybe a stock photo with somebody smiling way too white of teeth. That doesn't make patients like you. That makes you blend in with every other generic dental practice in your city. People don't like logos. They like people. They like stories. They like authenticity. Some examples of this and how you can help. Social media. When a patient checks out your Facebook or Instagram, they want to see your personality. Team birthday celebrations, behind the scenes moments, a dentist talking casually on video. That's the kind of stuff that makes people feel like they know you. Nobody gets excited about a generic post that says Happy National Tooth Fairy Day with a clip art graphic. Your website vibe. Same thing with your website. If your site feels like it was built in 2008 and still uses stock photos, you're giving patients zero reason to like you. Maybe the opposite. You show your actual team, your actual office, and give it some personality. If you're a family practice, show families. If you're a boutique cosmetic practice, lean into that upscale spa-like feel. Make the look and feel match the experience. Video. Video is huge here. A 60-second video of the doctor introducing themselves, talking about why they love dentistry, or explaining a common patient concern builds instant likability. People buy from people, and video is the fastest way to build that connection online. We had a client once who hated being on camera, but we finally convinced him to record a short intro video for his website. Just him and his scrubs, sitting in his office, talking about why he loves helping patients get their smiles back. Nothing fancy, trust me, it was just with his phone. Within a week, new patients were mentioning that video on the phone call, saying it made them feel comfortable booking. That's the power of likability. It wasn't the price, it wasn't the fancy dental chair, it was the human connection. So here's some action steps for this. Audit your social media. Would a potential patient actually like you based on what you're posting? Or are you just posting filler? Number 2, swap stock photos out for real photos. Your team, your patients, with their permission, of course, and your actual office. Record a simple 60-second Meet the Dentist video. Post it on your homepage and social channels. And number 4, look at your website design. Does it reflect the vibe of your practice? If not, update it. It'll be worth the time and the money. So that's stage 2, like. Remember, patients aren't looking for the best dentist in town. They're looking for the dentist they like and feel comfortable with. If you can show them you're approachable, relatable, and real, you'll win before they ever pick up the phone. Marketing isn't just about visibility, it's about creating a connection that makes people say, you know what, I'd feel good about going there. Okay, now we're moving on to the stage that makes or breaks most dental practices, trust. Here's the reality. Patients are about to let you stick sharp objects in their mouths, maybe spend thousands of dollars, and they can't see what you're doing once you're in there. If they don't trust you, game over. They won't book, they won't follow through, and they definitely won't refer you to anyone else. This is where so many practices fall short. They think trust is built by hanging a diploma on the wall or saying we've been in business for 20 years. Guess what? Every dentist has a diploma, hopefully, and the patient doesn't really care where you went to school. What they want to know is, can I trust you will treat me fairly, not upsell me, and not hurt me? So here's a few examples. Reviews. Reviews are your currency of trust. If you've got 200 plus reviews with a 4.8 star rating, you've already won half the battle before the phone rings. But if you're sitting there with 10 reviews from 3 years ago, patients wonder what you're hiding. Reviews need to be steady, recent, and authentic. Before and after photos. Nothing builds trust for cosmetic or implant cases like before and after photos. Patients want proof, not promises. The key is authenticity. Real cases, real patients, no over editing. Those photos say, we've done this before and we can do it for you. Case studies and testimonials. Take the time to do this. Video testimonials are gold. A patient talking about how they were terrified of dentists but now love coming to you is worth more than any tagline you'll ever come up with. People trust people who look and sound like them. And transparency. Dentistry has a reputation problem. A lot of people feel like dentists are just out to sell them stuff. You kill that by being transparent. Publish your membership pricing. Explain treatment options in plain English. Even something as simple as a blog post answering, do I really need x-rays every year? That builds trust because you're being upfront. So some examples of how to build trust is with the front desk. That's where it starts. It really starts with the first phone call. If your front desk sounds rushed or disinterested, you've already lost. That's why we train front desk teams. They're literally the voice of trust for your practice. Doctor interaction. When the doctor walks into the room and sits down eye to eye, instead of towering over the patient, that builds trust. When you explain options ahead of dictating treatment, that builds trust. It's the little things that matter. We had a client once, for instance, I think in Buffalo, wanted more implant cases. Great dentist, great skills, but he could not close cases. Why? Patients didn't trust him yet. We built out a system, before and after photos, patient testimonial videos, and a dedicated landing page explaining implants in simple terms. Within 6 months, he doubled his implant case acceptance rate. Nothing changed clinically. It was all about building trust before the consultation ever happened. So here's some action steps for you with this one. Audit your reviews. How many do you have? How recent are they? How strong is your average? Make a plan to get 10 new ones in the next 30 days minimum. Number 2, add before and after photos to your website. Start with even 3 to 5 solid cases. Number 3, film just one patient testimonial video this month. Do it within the next 30 days. Even on a smartphone, that's fine. Authentic beats polished every time. And number 4, look at your treatment presentations. Are you overwhelming patients with jargon or building trust through simple explanations? Okay, so that's it for stage 3, trust. And here's the bottom line. In dentistry, this is the gatekeeper. You have all the visibility in the world and you can be the most likable dentist in town, but if patients don't trust you, they never book. Nail this stage and everything else in the hourglass becomes so much easier. Most practices treat the first appointment like an all or nothing event. Patients either commit to a $2,000 treatment plan or they're out. That's like a car dealership saying you can't test drive unless you buy today. In today's world, people want to ease in. They want to sample the experience, get a feel for the practice, and then decide if you're the right fit. So here's some ways to let patients try you. Free or low-cost consultations. This is a no-brainer for implants, cosmetic, or ortho. A free consult or smile assessment gives people a reason to walk in the door without a big financial risk. Once they experience your office and your team, they're much more likely to move forward. Use new patient specials. I know not every dentist likes the idea of a $99 cleaning, exam, and x-ray, but let's be honest, it works. It's not about the $99. It's about giving someone an easy way to try your practice. And if you wow them, they'll stay for years and pay full price moving forward. Membership plans. For uninsured patients, membership plans are the ultimate trial tool. They let people ease into your practice and get predictable costs and feel like they're part of a club. That builds trust and commitment over time. Virtual consults or online chat. This one exploded during COVID and it's still underused, I think. A 10-minute video call or even a live chat on your website is a safe, low-pressure way for patients to interact with you before they commit to an appointment. Sometimes that's all they need to feel comfortable in booking. We once worked with a practice in Illinois, and they were struggling to get cosmetic cases. They kept running ads, but nobody was booking. When we added a simple free smile assessment, literally just 15 minutes with the dentist, the doors opened. Patients who would never commit to a $5,000 veneer case on the first call started showing up, testing the waters. Within 3 months, they had closed 6 veneer cases that started with no risk consultation. So here's a quick action step for this stage. Create a one low time barrier offer. Just try it. Free consult, whitening special, or membership plan, and promote it online. Number 2, add a clear request a virtual consult button to your website or Facebook page. Number 3, train your front desk to offer these trial options when patients sound hesitant on the phone. Number 4, track how many patients come in through a try offer versus going straight to treatment. You'll be surprised how effective it is. So that's stage 4, try. Think of it as your practice's test drive. You won't buy a car without driving it first, sometimes, and patients don't always want to commit to a dentist without a trial run. Give people an easy, no-risk way to experience your practice, and you'll find that the ones who try you out are far more likely to buy from you. All right, so now we're set at stage 5, the dental marketing hourglass, buy. This is where a patient decides to actually commit. They schedule the appointment, they agree to treatment, or they swipe their card. And here's the truth. A lot of dentists lose patients right here because the buying experience is clunky, confusing, or just plain stressful. Too many practices think if they're in the chair, I've won. Wrong. If the process of buying feels painful, from booking the appointment to figuring out payment, patients will either back out or never come back. Think about it. Amazon built $1 trillion empire on a one-click checkout button. If your front desk puts people on hold for 5 minutes just to schedule a cleaning, that's the opposite of one click. So here's some examples how to do this. Frictionless scheduling. If you don't have an online scheduling tool in 2025, you're already behind. Patients who want to book a dental visit the same way they book a haircut or a DoorDash order. Quick, simple, and without waiting on hold. Even better, offer same day or next day openings when you can. That's a conversion booster. Financial transparency. One of the top reasons patients hesitate is cost confusion. If your staff is vague or hides behind insurance jargon, patients freeze. Clear treatment plans, transparent pricing, and options like a membership or payment plans remove that hesitation. Don't make money a mystery. Front desk is a sales team. This is where your front desk makes or breaks you. If they sound rushed or unenthusiastic, patients feel like they're a burden, not a priority.
Thanks for joining us this week on the Dental Marketing Podcast. Make sure to visit our website, www.kickstartdental.com/podcast, where you can subscribe to the show in iTunes, Spotify, or via RSS, so you'll never miss a show. While you're at it, if you found value in the show, we'd appreciate a rating on iTunes. Or if you'd simply tell a friend about the show, that would help us out too. If you are ready to grow your practice, then you might want to schedule a free strategy session with us. Just go to kickstartdental.com and click the free strategy session button and give us 15 minutes of your time to change your practice forever. Be sure to tune in next week for our next episode. And thanks for listening to the Dental Marketing Podcast by Kickstart Dental Marketing, where dentists go to win online.